Hi, I'm Abaya. Today's short yoga sequence is going to harness the strength of our diagonal core. We're going to start on the floor, and then we'll explore the same patterning in standing. And as long as I'm standing, I want you to see something we're going to be doing on the floor. The leg is going to come up like tree, and the opposite arm is going to pull down like a cactus. Let's try it. Come to lying on the back with the right side of the body closest to the screen. And just take a moment to allow the body to sink in to the earth. Connect with your breath flow. And then gently drag the heels in and feel the sacrum anchoring into the floor. Allow the pelvis to rock back a little bit and bring your hands to the top of the pelvis so you can really feel this happening. Drop the tailbone towards the mat. Notice how the low back arches. And then gently reverse that, pressing sacrum down so the tailbone lifts. And just do this a couple of times and notice how the spine responds. So as the pelvis tilts forward, the spine arches away from the mat. As the pelvis rocks back, you might feel the low back flatten a little bit. The next time the pelvis rocks back and you connect sacrum to the floor, pause there, feel that stability, and keep it as we lengthen the legs out. It's actually going to be quite hard, right? You're going to have to use your core to maintain this with the legs extended. Extend arms overhead, and we'll add in that movement that I demonstrated from standing. So start by bending the left knee like a tree pose, and bend the right elbow like cactus. Circle knee and elbow towards one another, and then extend back out, back to the beginning. We're going to repeat this a few times. As you do so, keep the sacrum anchoring into the mat. You might feel like you have a limited range of motion when you do this, and it's actually really good. It means you're strengthening the muscles in the hips, and you're not overcompensating with low back extension, which is a really common pattern. The next time the body lengthens out, cross the left leg over the right, slowly roll over the right side, coming onto the belly, bend the left knee and drag the hands back, elbows in line with the heart. Traction into the fingers to lengthen the heart forward, and then hover the hands. Slowly C-curve the body to the right so you can gaze at the foot over the right shoulder, and then switch the legs and C-curve the body over to the left. Do this 2 more times. Connect with your breath. Move nice and slow and even. The next time you C-curve to the left, plant the left hand, reach right arm and leg apart, and gently roll onto the back to the beginning. Let the left knee pull in, grab behind the leg, and slowly roll up to seated with the left knee bent. Right hand to knee, reach the left arm forward, and just take a nice easy circle up and back, twisting to the left. Do this a couple of times. Don't worry about twisting very deeply. Just try to feel the subtle rotation through the spine from the bottom up. The next time the arm circles forward, reach the right arm forward, and then actually twist open to the right. Bend the right elbow and just take a couple of springs into the right arm to wake up the right shoulder a little bit. And then we'll go back to the beginning. So grab behind the leg and kick the foot into the hand so you feel really strong in the leg and the core, and try to control your way down. Be patient because this is actually really tricky. Make sure you're breathing. And then once you recline, kick the left leg forward, reach the arms overhead, and we'll start on the other side. So now anchor sacrum to the mat. Notice how the core naturally engages. Keep all that integration as right knee bends into tree and left arm bends into cactus. Reach elbow to knee and then extend back out. Do this 3 more times on your own. Don't worry about how far you're opening the hip. Instead, try to focus on that stability of the pelvis into the mat. The next time everything lengthens out, lift the right leg, let it cross over the body, rolling the other way, onto the belly. Bend the right knee, drag the hands back, lengthen the heart forward, and then hover the arms. C-curve to the left, gaze over the shoulder at the right foot across the body, and then switch feet and switch sides. Slowly swim from side to side, exploring the back X of the core from one shoulder to opposite hip. And the next time you turn to the right, root the right hand, or lengthen left hand and foot apart, roll onto the belly, clasp behind the right thigh, and kick the right foot forward, coming up to seated. We'll take those nice, easy twists to the right. So right hand scoops forward, up and back. Make sure most of the movement is coming from the spine here, so you don't really feel it in the shoulder, but instead explore the sensation of each vertebra gently twisting to the right. After the next twist, reach both arms forward and twist open to the left. Bend the left elbow. Take a couple of springs here. And then spring all the way back up so you can grab behind the right thigh and slowly lower down with that nice control by kicking the leg forward, keeping the leg integrated into the core. Now, grab behind both legs and start to rock and roll forward. We're going to use a little bit of momentum to come all the way up to Malasana. So the next time you rock forward, step the feet wider than the hips, place the hands behind you, and then slowly lift the hips. Place hands in front of the feet and push down into the feet, letting the hips lift. Turn all 10 toes forward so the feet are parallel, but they'll be nice and wide. And then push down into the feet, dropping the sits bones, slowly stacking one vertebra at a time. Coming up to standing, you can turn to face me so it's a little bit easier. Shift the weight into the right foot, reach the arms up, and slowly push into the right foot as you reach up. Left foot as you reach up with the right arm. And then lift right knee as left elbow bends, just like you did on the floor. Take a couple of pulses like this. Keep the pelvis steady and just move the arm and leg. The next time the foot comes down, shift the weight over and switch sides. Connect with the breath. Find a drishti so you feel nice and balanced. The next time the foot comes down, shift over. We'll do it one last time on each side, and we'll have the option to hold. If you'd like to place the foot to the thigh, you can. And then let both elbows soften like a big W. Stay here, or for a little extra challenge, you can rotate the rib cage around the pelvis. And then from center, lift the foot. Set it down, reach both arms up, and switch sides. Option to hold steady at center or add that balancing challenge by rotating the rib cage. And then go the opposite direction. Pause and gently set the foot down. Melt the arms down. Feel the warmth in the body. And that's our sequence.